Hello, I'm investigative journalist Stephen M. Kiefer, and tonight we're going to get into some of the most hard-hitting, compelling, downright riveting conspiracy theories that had me rattled to the core. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I am Stephen M. Back again. Thanks for stopping in. And it has been a minute, and I'm sorry for the hiatus. All I'm gonna say is, life comes at you fast. Get Allstate. Buckle up out there, folks. That's all you need to know. I didn't get into an incident or anything, but like, life is an incident within itself. Either way, how about that intro, huh? Maybe one of my dumbest ever. So I haven't lost a step. We're not gonna mess around too long talking about anything. We are gonna get into some conspiracies today. So if you never subbed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. Help a brother out, you know what I mean? Hit the like button, why don't you? You're gonna like it, and even if you don't, be charitable once in a while. Come on! With no more delaying and horseplaying, let's roll the footage. Oh, first up is Joseph Rogan.
Where the fuck did we come up with $100 and whatever billion to send to Ukraine, and
They printed it.
we don't have any money to try to do something about these?
Well, we, as in the government, they have plenty of fucking money. It's we that don't have any fucking money, Joseph.
Impoverished, crime-ridden, gang-ridden, drug-ridden communities.
Hell yeah.
We don't do anything? We have nothing? I mean, this is my take on this whole Make America Great Again thing. You want to make America great again? Make it so there's less losers. Make it so that more people have a fucking chance.
Shoo.
The idea that everyone starts on the same line, I mean, I'm not talking about equality of outcome. That's not possible. But equality of opportunity is possible. That's a possible goal. And at least we could advance that. At least we could do something to, just change the course of who knows how many people's lives. And we don't do a fucking thing about it.
I mean, we're looking at each other because we just had lunch before we came. It's like the precise conversation that we had.
Where?
Oh shit, hold up, that black fella right there, that guy right there, that guy, you might have heard, a guy went on Joe Rogan's, and these two fellas are over there because they're doing like prison reform, and like that guy did maybe 23 years or something crazy, and I think he might have, I'm not sure if he was innocent or he got out and shouldn't have done that long. So I don't know, something or rather. He did a long time in prison. And he's on this media tour doing prison reform. And come to find out, he murdered a couple people right before he was on Joe Rogan's. And he got busted right after, like not even that long after. It was like, oh, yeah, there was just he just got busted for murder. And he was just on Joe Rogan the other day. Oh, phew. Yeah, that's that guy for sure. Not to be racist, I don't mean to call him out because he's black. I'm just saying he killed a bunch of people. That's all, But you don't have to wonder why. You don't have to wonder why because they don't give a fuck about us at all. Yeah, the funny thing, he said quality of outcome. You can't have determined quality of outcomes. It's not possible. But I just heard Kamala Harris is running on quality of outcome, or not running on it, but like that's one of her things, quality of outcome, because there's no way to determine or guarantee a quality of outcome, but that's what we need. That's what equity is. But that essentially is what communism is. Everyone's guaranteed the same thing at the end. No, you need to start with the same thing. What you do with it is on you, motherfucker. That will be the way it needs to go. To be fair, because some people are just fucking lazy. Some people just don't give a fuck. And hey, you can be whatever you want to be, But an equal starting point would be best, but they don't give a fuck about us. They do not care. They want us all to crash and burn. Right now, they're done with us. I'm telling you, they have enough technology. They are done with humanity. That's why they're doing what they're doing now. They want us all to crash and burn. They'll dwindle it down. Realistically, with AI and all the technology and robots, the people that run the world, they could really run on a population of, call it 1 million. Imagine what the world would look like if only had 1 million people and they all had like whatever they wanted. They were all like money wasn't an object. It was all well-to-do people. 1 million people is a lot. You could have all kinds of entertainment. You could have whatever. And it would just be like beauty everywhere.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
That'd be a way to do it. If I ran the world, Black Lives Matter. Phew, I couldn't believe they ever said that. No lives matter, bro. None. Like, what? Why does any lives matter? What entitlement? None. Phew. They can all go somewhere. All of them. If everybody died today, what would it matter? What would it matter? It would not matter. If every person on the planet went today, would not matter at all. Even a little bit. So if you had like 1 million people, you'd be doing pretty well. It'd be great. You'd have all different kinds of like pockets of people of like, I don't know, you could do more than one. You could do like, call it 10 million people worldwide. I don't know, maybe 100 million even. I don't know, maybe 100. But either way, it's got to be enough people to be able to be well off. Because you could have robots and AI doing all the rest. You don't need all the people. That's for sure. And they're done with us. That's what's going on. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about us one bit. And if they did, they would have done something a long fucking time ago.
Okay, so here's my sink. It is a touch sensor thing. And here's some strawberries. Nothing happens when I touch the box, but when I touch a strawberry...
You can't see the top of the sink. You can't...
But nothing happens when I touch the box, just the strawberries.
No, you can't see the top of the thing when she does it. Get out of my face.
You guys, something very strange and sinister is going on. I can't put my finger on it. We are 6 months into the year. I mean, how is that even possible? The days is going by too fast.
We're almost
the months
8 now.
Is going by too fast. The weeks is going by too fast. It's like the moment I go to sleep, I'm right back up again, going to work.
Yeah.
And I just want to know who else feels this way, because this feeling is so weird. And then it's like outside doesn't feel real. The moment you step outside, you get this weird feeling, like this weird ass vibe. Outside does not feel real. It's like everything around us is fake. Everything is poison. The food, the water. I'm starting to feel like time did a reset. And I bet you it has something to do with certain... And then I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I just paid rent. I gotta pay rent again? Y'all, I feel like rent is due every 2 weeks now. I'm starting to feel like it's only 5 days in a month. Listen, whatever it is that's going on, something ain't right. Y'all better save this video, because something is not right. We are not living in our correct time zone.
Yeah, I don't know about saving the video and all that, because a lot of people have said it, but the fact that so many people were saying that is so bizarre. And I feel like it 100%. The time part, I mean, that's kind of two different things. The time going too fast and everything seeming fake is two different conversations, but everything does seem fake. People really seem like NPCs. Like, it doesn't make any sense why that happened. And time going fast, it almost makes me think far more often I'd like to admit that maybe there is some credence to the people that think that planet did end, or whatever, society ended, or whatever, humanity ended in 2012. And, you know, we just don't know it. And this is hell. Or something of that variation. I mean, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but everybody else feels it. Maybe not everybody else, but a lot of people. And that's what matters.
The most disgusting customs of the Middle Ages, the Queen Isabella of Castile frequently boasted about her status as a warrior queen, often emphasizing her adherence to certain customs. Among these, she proudly proclaimed that she had only taken 2 baths in her entire lifetime, one upon her birth and the other prior to her wedding. Weddings were typically scheduled for June.
Someone married that stank in it!
It was considered the month when bathing was most frequent. This practice led to the tradition of bridal bouquets intended to mask any potential odors. Additionally, fans were commonly utilized by women to conceal their decaying teeth and to mitigate unpleasant breath. Hair should be as long as possible, and the more oily, the better. Tiaras and hats were also usually used to hide lice and prevent them from falling into food. During this era, the state of one's teeth was indicative of wealth, with rot and yellowness signifying access to expensive commodities like sugar. Furthermore, there was a belief that excessive washing of a woman's private parts could lead to infertility, so she had to live with that odor.
I don't know how we made it as a species. Could you... Dude, no one wants to fuck that. Are you... That had to stink. You didn't know any better, though. You didn't know any better. So, like, imagine how bad the earth stunk. The whole earth had to just stink like a landfill. Good thing there wasn't that many people. Oh my God. No wonder they had the plague and had rats everywhere. Stinking ass mug probably had rats crawling out of her.
They worship Saturn. Satan is Saturn. Satan fell from heaven to earth, which is you, your mind, incarnate.
Oh, just like that guy was saying in the conspiracy notes from Schuylkill County. They worship Saturn. Because they do. Stinking ass mugs.
Into physical. Satan means God in flesh. Hell comes from hail, which means physical. Your heel is hell because your heel touches the physical earth. Your head is heaven because this is where consciousness is, in the temple. Space is fake. The planets are spheres of consciousness and energy which manifest the physical universe. Saturn is where time begins, and this is why they worship this world, the world of time. This is why in the Bible, Satan, who is the god of this world, because the god of this world is time. They worship Satan, which is Saturn, which is God in flesh, you bound by the body. Your soul died on the cross as it gave its life to the physical form. You are now Jack in the Box, which is the physical plane, the cube, or in Sega Saturn, the GameCube. Your body can only move 6 ways, and it's stuck within the limitation of time. Your mind can go forward and backwards in time, because it exists outside of this plane. The mind is heaven, which is the place where there is no space, no time, no matter. The mind is the true reality. The physical world is the false plane. You are the all-seeing eye, peeping into the 3rd dimension, or the Vesica Pisces. Because you came through the Vesica Pisces, the womb, the portal. This is why you see Jesus.
Oh, so the Audi logo's like having a threesome. That's, or is it more than, might even be more than that.
In the Vesica Pisces, because this represents you appearing in the 3rd dimension. You were in the spirit realm, but you lost your vibration and fell into physical form. We are all fallen gods into physical matter, but your mind has access to the higher dimensions of consciousness. The comment with 0 likes wins a free book of wisdom.
Bro, I don't know, but this dude be going through this book and just making little videos about the book, and it's like not the Illuminati, like the Freemason handbook, the guide to like all the things that the elites of the world live their life on, according to him, according to a lot of people. It seems quite intriguing. A lot of the stuff you can read other places and things like that. It's the esoteric teachings, to unlock your mind.
So when you drink this, it's like you're drinking the sun. Bottles up.
Sun-kissed.
This is uranium-based
Sunny D.
glass. And what they did was they would imprint materials into the glass. I was researching about uranium glass or baseline glass. They were saying that this is toxic. If you drink out of this, you're going to get sick. And if you go back to like the 1900s, they actually used to drink out of radium water bottles. That used to be the big thing. And if you think about it, it has the same green glow as the northern lights. It has the same green glow as nature. When you think about radium, you think of the Ra, or the sun energy, the element known as 88. So when you drink this, it's like you're drinking the sun. Bottles up.
Drinking the fucking sun.
If you take this glass and you put it up against a fluorescent bulb, you'll start to see that it glows. I've been thinking about this whole non-ionizing versus ionizing radiation thing. Non-ionizing is cell phones and devices that we use, all the nonsense that we use and blah, blah, blah. But then you have ionizing, which is the sun, and also radium or uranium. So if you think about it, drinking from a baseline glass is like drinking the sun. And same when we think about copper, you get that orange hue, color spectrums going into your water. Just like when people used to walk into cathedrals and the stained glass windows would embed into the water in their body. So when you drink this, it's like you're drinking the sun. Bottles up.
This motherfucker is either smart as fuck or the dumbest motherfucker ever. Kind of like Terrence Howard. You see the Joe Rogan with Terrence Howard? Just like that. Like, I don't know what he's talking about, but it's either the smartest thing I ever heard in my life, because you're rewriting physics or, like, I don't know, fucking shit, math. You're rewriting math, physics, everything else. So you're either the smartest motherfucker ever or the dumbest motherfucker ever. Just like fucking what's his nuts over here. He just be saying like the wildest shit. Like, you just gotta be like, is that for real about that? Drinking the sun? Well, I don't want to drink the sun. I don't want to drink anything hot. Except for coffee, I guess. Like, what? Like the sun. I'm drinking the fucking sun. I'm not drinking the sun. I'm like,
An intriguing theory exists about a supposed eighth continent, larger than Australia, that was swallowed by a global disaster thousands of years ago during a time of significant turmoil. This lost continent, known as Lemuria, wasn't completely submerged. It's believed that parts of it remain above sea level, with communities still living on these fragments today. Interestingly, the ancient Mayans and Indians, despite being geographically distant and lacking any known means of communication, both documented stories of this mysterious landmass located in the Pacific Ocean. Lemuria, rumored to have a population exceeding 60 million, could offer a crucial explanation for the colonization of the Polynesian islands, suggesting a link through this now vanished continent. One of the most persuasive pieces of evidence supporting Lemuria's existence is Non-Model, a remarkable network of man-made islands in the Pacific, built from massive stone blocks each weighing up to 50 tons. Lemuria, also known as MU, is speculated to have stretched from Hawaii in the north to Easter Island in the southeast, extending west to Micronesia.
Ah yes, west to Micronesia. That makes sense now that they put it like that. Yeah, that probably happened. Who the fuck? We don't know shit. We don't know fucking shit, bro.
Today I fell into a Hurricane Katrina rabbit hole. I'm going to tag a creator below that talks a lot about her experience and the people of New Orleans' experience with Hurricane Katrina. I'm 30 years old, and I'm shocked and disappointed at myself for not knowing more about what happened there and what really happened and not what was being told to us. I was 11 years old when it happened. Obviously, my parents were older, so I just asked my mom, like, do you remember being told any of this? We lived in Florida at the time, so we got Katrina when it was like a Category 1. Then, obviously, it made landfall, stalled as a Category 5, and caused irreparable damage. But it most certainly wasn't just the hurricane that caused that damage. It was the city officials, too. It's so much deeper than I think anybody really realizes unless you lived there. And I haven't stopped being able to think about it today. And I'm going to continue to do research on it. I'm a conspiracy girly, and I think that this has to be one of the biggest cover-ups of corruption in U.S. history. I implored you to go watch her videos. I believe she has like a Hurricane Katrina like entire playlist. It's eye-opening. And for somebody like me that already doesn't trust any of the powers that be, it's not shocking, but it is absolutely disturbing.
Well, shit. I mean, okay, I'll try to find something more on that next time around. Oh, could you imagine all the money that got funneled into that? Just like right now, Gavin Newsom's gonna clean up the homeless in California, even though $24 billion got spent on it in the last, just couple of years that they can't account for. They have no idea what $24 billion got spent in California to clean up the homeless in the last couple of years, and they have no idea what it got spent on, so now they need some more money. Money laundering at its finest, 100%. Oh yeah, and from what I understand, I've never been to New Orleans, but from what I understand, that did not get handled so well down there. But I'm sure it made a lot of people rich, because that's the way it goes.
They used the Moors from that start all the way through, literally to this point that I'm showing y'all right here on Google. When they like, hey, the Moors was 711 AD all the way to 1492. After they war with Spain. Why would they all of a sudden just go to war with Spain? Why would the Moors, who had been helping Spain that whole time, the Moors built Europe. The Moors built modern day Europe. France, Italy, the architectures for that, the blueprints, the layout, all that come from the Moors. All that shit is designed strategically, specifically on certain energy points. All of that shit. The Moors did that. The Moors did all of that. All they modern day cathedrals, them big ass cathedrals that sits on the hills with the certain shapes. It was the Moors who put squares on top of circles and triangles on top of cutting triangles in half. They ain't know shit about no shape and how to mix no shapes together. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't know how to put no circles on top of no motherfucking rectangular cylinders and no squares on top of hexagons and octagons and all that. When you looking at a church, you looking at a building, that ain't nothing but a bunch of shapes cut off, put together. That's how architects design. It goes back to the basics of what they taught you about in school of shapes and shit. All this is shapes. Everything around you, shapes, 2 rectangles. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? All that shit is basic light magic. That's why they lied to us about shapes. Right? That's why they lied to us about shapes. All that. That's why they got fucking rectangular walls and ceilings, shapes to smash your electricity. To keep your electricity boxed in. You feel me? Shapes. But who you think taught them that? The Moors. The Moors, this the same, the Moors did this. All of this designing the Moors did. All these blueprints the Moors did. But it was because they had the Moors under spells. You gotta feel me. You know what I'm saying? The Moors wasn't themselves though, neither. Remember, after they had sex with the human beings and they started mixing in, you feel me? Put that thing on them, you feel me? On the real. And them niggas was tripping. Them niggas got to tell them everything. I'm just breaking it down to you. They got to tell them everything, and then they got to doing everything for them. Not even knowing they had them under spell. That's how they put the Moors under spells. Through the sex. It was through the sex. You feel me? You ever heard something called the Vril? The Vril that's a real celestial entity. You feel me? They talk about the Vril being a form of reptilian. It is a form of reptilian. It's like the worm where it gets inside you and it grows in you. It lives in you. It's an actual being in force, but it's like in worm format. They call them the Vril. They actually exist too. They are part of the reptilians. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They can enter through your eyes, through your nose, through your ears, through your nose, through your mouth. That's what Body Snatchers was about, the Vril. They made a whole movie about the Vril. Body Snatchers, you know what I'm saying? They like little worms. They can get inside you and then take over you because they actual entities. You know what I'm saying?
My man just essentially said, white pussy been bringing the black man down since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of fucking time. These white bitches been holding brothers back. Ain't that about a bitch? God damn. I mean, I do think the Moors were, the Moors, like that's who's in Ireland that got ran out. And that was a whole thing. There's a whole thing about black people being in the U.S. long before the pilgrims got here, and that's a whole other thing. I do think the Moors were a more prominent part of things, but to be responsible for fucking everything, like, give me a fucking break. Everything. We've been lied to about everything, but a little bit of that would have to creep through a little bit. You would think. I mean, maybe he's right. Fucking black excellence at its finest. There you go.
People are saying this pyramid just popped up out of nowhere in Oakland, California, y'all. They have never seen this before, y'all. Again, like, look at this.
The Moors built it. The fucking...
Like,
Oakland.
What's going on, y'all? You can see people taking pictures of it. They have never seen this. Even people who live in Oakland, they're commenting saying, where did this come from? Like, they said this was planted by aliens or extraterrestrials, whatever it may be.
Is this
but
fucking
look
for
at
real?
that, y'all. Look. And I know they couldn't make anything like this because they tried to make pyramids and they couldn't make nothing like this, y'all. I mean, it looks like the ones, I mean, look at the structure of it, right? Look at the structure of it. It's perfect. Literally the pyramid right over the horizon, looking over the city. That's very powerful, y'all. New Earth is literally loading right before our eyes. We're seeing a lot of new things come into being. Wow.
They're building the Oakland A's new stadium, and this is what they're getting. This is what they're offering up the Oakland A's not to leave Oakland. There, motherfuckers. What is this, a stadium for ants? Like, fucking what? The Moors built it. Fuck it. The Moors built it. Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what a cat's eye looks like? What do the pupils look like?
Yeah, it's like the shape, that shape, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah. What is that called?
Like a snake.
Like a slit or a vertical slit eye.
Yeah. Like,
do you know other animals have eyes like that? Reptiles.
Okay.
Do you think lions and tigers have eyes like cats?
No.
They don't. In fact, cats are the only mammal besides ghosts, but their eyes go like that.
Yeah, goats are square.
Goats are like retarded.
Those are demonic. Those are straight up demonic.
That's why. Oh.
But it's just interesting that cats, like, they come from, right, the cat family.
Yeah, feline.
But they're the only cats in the cat world that have eyes like that. Lions don't, tigers don't, panthers don't. All the other cats have circle pupils.
Do they know why?
There's one guy was talking about maybe some weird genetic crossbreeding back in like the Egyptian days.
Yeah. No,
because you know they like
no,
held cats up at like
there's something up with
like
cats.
a holy status.
Yeah.
But they also were like obsessed with snakes and stuff too.
Yeah.
But what was weird, my mom told us this the other day. She saw that to keep gators off your land, you get an outdoor cat because gators are afraid of cats.
The way cats are afraid of cucumbers, alligators are afraid of cats.
Cats are afraid of cucumbers? You know, they're synonymous with like the occult. Don't you think that way?
Dang, so maybe that's why fucking snakes are afraid of cats too. Like cats can stare down a snake because they got the scent. Whoa, so a cat is like a serpent kind of deal. Maybe that's why the Egyptians worship them. There's something about cats. I had this theory, which is insane, but that cats are reincarnated people. All people go into a cat body. Do you ever notice how a cat like looks at you, and a cat always seems like it knows some shit, it just can't say anything? And I had this theory like cats are people, and they're just looking at you like, oh, you dumb fuck, you don't even know what's coming, because they used to be a person and they can't do or say anything about it, so they just catted around, laying down, purred up sometimes, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they get caught up in the cat, gotta play with a ball, you know, they like do a little catnip, forget about being a cat. But like all people are reincarnated cats, and then I don't know where you go from cat. I don't know from there. What I said is probably false anyways, but like maybe so. Maybe it's you go cats, being a cat's like the waiting room for your soul. You know, like until it gets to where it's going, you're vesseled off as a cat for a little while. That's why you get 9 lives, because it might take a little while for you to get to where you're going next. I just made that part up. I made the whole thing up, but like I thought it before, except for that part. So like, I don't know. Tell me if you ever thought about that. How about that? Leave a fucking comment about it in the comment section about if you think people were cats or cats were people right now. And hit the like button about cats. If you like cats, hit the like button. About cats.
Fam, have you heard that a gigantic pyramid just popped up from nowhere under the Lake Michigan and scientists saw something terrifying inside?
No way.
Yo, check this out. Just last week, a bunch of researchers from Detroit decided to dive deep to explore what's under the lake. Little did they know, they were about to hit the jackpot of weird. They gear up, and as they're sinking deeper, they start hearing these bizarre noises no one's heard before.
This
even
is
though
fucking AI.
they've traveled around these parts loads of times.
Oh, yeah,
They shrugged it off and kept going. But then, bam. Out of the blue, they spot this massive structure chilling in the distance. So the crew hops out for a closer look, running tests on the thing, and here's the kicker. The material it's made of doesn't match anything on our planet.
Oh my god.
It's like some alien architect swung by and left us a little souvenir. They're all freaking out because, hello, this is uncharted territory. Then they head inside and find something that just sends chills down their spines. Now back this. A huge sea eel stood right in front of them.
That shit is so annoying because that was not those two fucking whatever, those two dudes. That wasn't them. That was 100% AI and fucking edited. And that is so annoying to me that people fucking do that. I am upset that people get away with that. And if I was those two fucking dudes, I'd be fucking furious about that. They do it to Joe Rogans. They do it to the cheesehead guy. They do it to them. They do it to fucking... They ain't never done it to me, reasonably so. I don't really do all that. But, fucking... And I looked into this, and it's not even... It's total bullshit. But, there is... I think it was recently discovered, too. Like, a fucking legit Stonehenge... Stonehenge... in Lake Michigan. Fucking explain that. I like legit, dead ass. There's like Stonehenge in fucking Lake Michigan. So that's not quite a fucking fool ass pyramid with an eel guarding the fucking door. Cause shut the fuck up. But there's fucking Stonehenge. Stonehenge is one of the 7 wonders of the world. There's 8 wonders, 7 wonders, 7 continents, 8 wonders of the world. Fucking Stonehenge under Michigan, Lake Michigan. That might need to be added to the list. Stonehenge underwater. A little bit more impressive than just fucking in England. The Moors built that too. Guaranteed. Both of them.